Now, journalism remains among the most dangerous professions in the world, especially for women. Some have given their lives for their craft. And this week, the International Women's Media Foundation honored 3 female journalists here in Washington with the Courage in Journalism Award. Among this panel of award recipients is 29-year-old Cameroonian journalist Agnès Taille. Her reports on press restrictions, human rights violations and government corruption in her country have gotten her abducted, beaten and left for dead. So why is she still a reporter?
Toujours aisé de rendre service et de se savoir utile.
You cannot simply cross your arms and wait for things to get better. That would be really tantamount to letting the world bury itself entirely. We simply cannot stand by when things are not going well with the hope that they will get better or someone else will do the work. We've got to do it.
A report this year from the Committee to Protect Journalists, a watchdog group, names Kenya, Somalia and Nigeria among the world's deadliest countries for journalists. The CPJ says Cameroon's journalists are diverse, but are repressed by legislation, censorship and threats. Tyler's radio show in Douala called Have Your Say was shut down because it criticized government corruption and social inequality.
La possibilité de couvrir le Cameroun. Ils n'ont pas la possibilité.
A journalist living in Cameroon, trying to cover the news in Cameroon, you don't want to take the chance because you are basically taking your life in your own hands. Nobody wants to die. This is why they are not able to do the coverage and get the information to come out. They're afraid.
Pour leur vie, personne ne veut mourir.
Zimbabwe's Sandra Nyaira, a 2002 Courage Award winner, says fear has driven many away from her profession. She says Zimbabwe has earned its reputation as one of the worst places to be a reporter. Nyaira was abused while working at the daily newspaper, which was shut down in 2003. Nyaira eventually left Zimbabwe and now works here at the Voice of America, broadcasting to her homeland.
I'm not saying that, I have triumphed. No, I haven't. I've lost so many years in terms of journalism because of what is happening in Zimbabwe. And so many of my colleagues have lost as well.
The annual Courage Awards are dedicated to women journalists from all over the world. Liza Gross is with the International Women's Media Foundation.
We struggle to constantly shine a light on what is going on in various countries in Africa and in other countries in the world through the work of these very courageous women that we recognize and advocate for.
The unity agreement in Zimbabwe between the long-time ruling ZANU-PF party and the opposition Movement for Democratic Change is a glimmer of hope for Nyaira. She says these awards help to boost journalist morale, but there is still work to be done.
The awards, yes, they do come, but when you go out there to do your job, you are not looking for awards. You are writing because you want to write. You are telling the story because you want people to know.
Courage in Journalism Award recipients say fear of persecution sways many women from journalism, but Agnès Taille urges them not to cave in.
Women journalists have to stop behaving as if they are just women to stay in the studio and there are areas that are reserved to the men journalists. No, they have to get out of there and they have to do it themselves.